So we're underway here, a full field of 24 it is, and under 21. We'll call it the 3,000 metre A race. Few will be chasing a qualifier or the fastest times they can possibly put down for our De Castella 3,000 metres in December. We'll call them from the inside out, 7.5 laps, 66 seconds is the prescribed pace for Darcy Pound out in front. You've seen him plenty of times here this evening. He goes Miles, Luong, Vial, Egadawade, Wagner, Mex, Tikel, Albiston, Boyd, Chandler, McAfee, Munro, Mornane, Forster, Johnson, Gibson, Babile, Leeton, Barrett, Padham, Chris, Cruz, Velton and Kybird in that order of the hip numbers inside and out. So bear with me as we figure out exactly what order this is. Darcy Pound it is leading it out in front. Isaac Babile there, tucked on his shoulder. Charles Barrett, not too far away either. Some familiar faces towards the front of this pack at the moment. Bart Leeton tucked in there somewhere. So too Sammy Albiston and the rest of the crew. So 66 seconds was that desired pace through the first 400 metres. We'll get a good idea of just where this field is at when they come around for their second lap here. But the likes of Jack Padham in the middle there, looking really comfortable leading out of Luong. So too a plethora of talent. Dylan Egadawade, Bart Leeton. You throw a towel over some of Victoria's best up-and-coming junior middle distance stars. They're out here this evening at the Box Hill Twilight event. So it's Isaac Babile who finds himself right behind training partner Darcy Pound. Two Box Hill athletes leading it out. Charles Barrett sitting in the third position there. Might be Wagner of Melbourne University just behind him. South Bendigo, Silks behind once more. As the rest of this field now will move out to lane number 2 if they need to find a position. Pound, Babile, Barrett, that won't change. Moving through really nicely there from Melbourne University. It is Wagner. Leeton not far either. The 2-1-3 on the back of the chest is Aidan Velton of Glen Huntly. St Kevin's, Glen Huntly, Leeton, Padham not far away either. Egadawade, Albiston. Familiar names, familiar faces in and amongst this group. So they'll come down through the first kilometre and we'll get a good gauge of where these guys are at. Go through here, the first kilometre. 2:50 it was around the clock there. Thank you, Charlotte Wilson. And thanks to Stephen Ellinghouse. As they make their way through this first kilometre. So Darcy Pound's done a good job in pacing this one out. Isaac Babile right behind him there. Small gap starting to emerge here in the middle section of this race. So it's still Babile, Barrett. Yeah, man, a South Bendigo looks so comfortable there. And Logan Tikel, no wonder. An absolute junior star. Egadawade in the middle of the pack. Padham towards the back. Luong starting to feel the pinch just ever so slightly. The rest of this field makes their way through. At 1,200 metres into it, so they'll approach the halfway marker shortly. Isaac Babile leading out from Charles Barrett. Hasn't changed back to Logan Tikel. And so too, Malgan Wagner is just leading out a string of, we'll call it 10 to 12 athletes. So there's still plenty in it here. As when they approach this back straight, they'll be at the halfway marker of this men's A 3,000 metres. So Darcy Pound, Babile, Barrett, Tikel, and behind him there, Wagner. St Kevin Silks behind once more. Bart Leeton in the middle of it all. Certainly a class athlete is young Bart Leeton as they make their way through here to 2,000 metres. So 2.5 laps away. This group, Darcy Pound's done his job. He'll step off now. Been repping very impressively here. We'll get the 2 kilometre split. Babile leads it out. Tikel, Barrett, Wagner. So too moving well is Harrison Boyd. Bart Leeton gets himself on the back there. Dylan Egadawade now will try and lead the charge to bridge the gap. The rest of the field makes their way through 2 kilometres. Was 1,600. I've jumped the gun and got excited as Babile, he'll just start to stretch it out here. So Barrett is going to lead the charge to peg back the Box Hill athlete. Tickell, Wagner. The rest will follow suit. Back to Leeton. A small gap there at that. But looking really comfortable here at the moment out in front is Isaac Babile. The rest of the field, Egadawade now gets overtaken in that middle pack. And it's still Isaac Babile out in front here in the 3,000 metres. Tickell now starting to get on the outside shoulder there of Barrett. A good early season opener here is what these young men can expect. So it's Babile, Tickell, Barrett. Behind there is Harrison Boyd. Leeton now goes past Wagner. Leading the charge here from St Kevin's is Tom Forster. As the rest of the field, he's going to try and get on the shoulders. It's Albiston now as well from Mentone. So Bart Leeton doing a little bit of work there to get on this lead group of 4. Roughly a 5:38 for this lead group here through 2,000 metres. Confirmed 2,000 metres this time, not an excited 2,000. And this lead group of 4, they're just starting to inch away again. So Leeton looked like he would be the man to try and bring it back. He'll go once more and do his best to attach himself here. Babile it is who gets past. It's Barrett now moving around. Tickell looking really smooth on that inside shoulder. Babile reattaches himself. Bart Leeton doing his best to be there when the moves are made. It's Charles Barrett out in front. The man from Essendon. He will lead this one out. They're happy to spot him that distance and let him take them through. On the outside shoulder, Harrison Boyd running an impressive race. Leeton now is attached. So there's 5 on it here. A little bit further back now is Wagner. Now moving through is Albiston of Mentone. He goes around the shoulder of Glenn Huntley. But it's a race in 5, so Leeton's done a really good job to put himself in contention here. Sits off the back of Babile. Looking good as well as Harrison Boyd. Barrett leading it out. Tickell sitting there in 3rd on the rail. And now they start to go through the motions once more. So they're going to ask the question again of Bart Leeton at the back of this opening pack. Barrett leading it out in front at the moment though. Harrison Boyd, Tickell, Babile. They're going to hear the bell now. So this lead group of 4 will go into their last 400 metres. It is going to be Barrett. He leads it out from Boyd. Tickell on the inside. Leeton now comes from the back. He's going to try and make his way around Isaac Babile, and he does just that. Not happy enough with Babile. He goes up to Boyd. Barrett leads it out. Bart Leeton now just starts to show his hand. It's Barrett, Leeton, Babile now of Box Hill. Goes around Boyd, goes around Leeton, and he'll get on the shoulder now of Charles Barrett. Boyd goes with him. It's going to be Barrett, Babile, Boyd. They've blown it apart here in the final 400 metres, and these 3 are going to battle it out for a win. Charles Barrett it is on the inside. Babile goes around. Boyd goes a little bit wider. 8:12 on the clock. Babile on the inside. Boyd on the outside. Pumping the arms now, these 2. Can't be separated by much. Boyd on the outside. Gets it. 8:24. Babile back to Barrett. Here comes Tickell, Bart Leeton just outside the 8:30 marker. What a performance that was here this evening. As the rest of our field makes their way down, it's Sammy Albiston now starting to come through the rest of this pack. But wow, what a performance out in front. I've called it not with a great deal of confidence. It could very well be Isaac Babile on the inside. Hard to see from my vantage point, but I think he's been nosed from the outside competitor in Harrison Boyd. And there are bodies everywhere here in the men's A 3000.